So hello there, we got the whole flight prepared basically towards Sydney.
Locking gear.
From Perth, and ground handling is just preparing for pushback here more or less. Got the whole route set up, FMC is programmed. I wanted to say programmed, but we're gonna go to index, performance, next, and one limits takeoff. Press this one twice for our takeoff trim. I know the nose left pushback.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push.
Parking brakes released.
All engines clear. Start at will.
On. And we're gonna start with number 2. APU bleed is on. Engine should come alive, and it does. And around 7 we can introduce the fuel. So takeoff trim is set 5.25, so that's quite a bit. Normally I'm in like 4.6, 4.7, but this is a long flight as well, about 5 hours I believe. 5.2. Can I see it somewhere? 4 hours 20 minutes. Somewhere like this. Alright. We got a taxi along all the way, taxiway Charlie, quite a long way. So this is also for me my first time I will do a single engine taxi. I was reading about it that they're doing it sometimes, so let's see. Alright, that's engine selector switch number 2 coming back, so can arm the emergency exit lights, find this cover, yep, there it is. Yaw dampers on, probe heat on, and then we got all that sorted. So we're just gonna wait for the pushback to finish here. Terrain, Perth, I don't think now we need any terrain indications here, and if we need it,
please set parking brakes.
We can switch it on at any time.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
So we're gonna give a good engine start here right away.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
We got some rain, flight path vector we definitely want. Always. Data we can switch on. We got the TCAS on already. No, TCAS there. Switch on TFC. And that's it for now. We got the LNAV engaged already. Flight directors on obviously, otherwise we cannot use LNAV. Auto throttle is armed for the takeoff thrust. And then we go back to our legs page. And our final cruising altitude will be 35,000 feet.
Unlocking gear.
And this one just casually passing by here. So since this is a 4 hour 20-minute flight, after takeoff I will just simply do some other stuff, let's say.
Tow truck disconnected, bypass pin removed.
I don't have traffic enabled yet. I will just simply
left is clear, right is clear.
Switch on the traffic when we get closer by to Sydney. To make the whole approach a little bit more interesting. I'm not going to switch on the traffic here on the departure and then switch on the traffic, switch it off somewhere again. If I use traffic all along the way, I get some stutters on the final arrival. So we use this upscaling, lossless scaling mod, as you can see here. The actual FPS is 28, 29, where my graphics are set to. And this is upscaled to about 60 almost. So we got the all clear here. Single engine taxi thrust, I don't know if that's also 30, then I guess it should be more. I mean, logically wise. Obviously auto throttle is coming off since we have a single engine now. So I got the 6 set up about 36 now, as you can see on the thrust here. So we're gonna make a left turn here right away onto Charlie, taxiway Charlie. So not Charlie 6, because that's basically entering or crossing the runway right away. So I'm gonna go with Charlie. Alright, this is not really working out, so we're gonna go to number 1 starting up as well. Obviously the other way around. coming live here. And fuel. That one's spoiling up now as well, so you're going to keep an eye on that one. Start dropping already a little bit here. You can hear it coming alive on our left side as well. So bringing the boat back to around this 30, which is nice for taxi speed. Alright, we're going to keep that ground speed under 30. So both engines are on now. We can switch to engine generators. Left and right back to auto. APU bleed off. APU can come off. And now we can arm the outer throttle again. So that's all set. We're still taxiing along this taxiway Charlie, which is the next exit gonna be the Charlie 11, Charlie 11, which will be the entrance towards the runway. So we got the overhead panel all set up. Yaw dampers, APU, we're gonna just switch off these messages here. Alright. Left and right backs to auto. And we got our altitude dialed in to 10,000 for now. Finally we'll go to 35,000 like I said earlier. Just gonna bring up the range a little bit. I believe it's my first ever departure in Flight Simulator for sure, from Perth. And in real life I never flew to Perth. Well, I flew to Australia once, I believe it was a long time ago. I think it was Sydney. Not sure. No, that was not Sydney. Was it Sydney? Not sure. 25, still okay here. We're gonna come to idle here soon for the turn because we need 15 only for the turn. A little bit of rain, drizzle. Gonna bring back the brightness a little bit there on the PFD, primary flight display. And this is the ND navigation display. Like I said, 15 ideally for making the turns. This is not so a sharp turn. Alright, next up is the runway threshold, so we can switch to tower frequency. I got the brake on the trigger, so it's basically on and off. It's like 0 or 100%. I don't have any rudder pedals yet. It's high on the list, but not yet. Alright, speed brakes RTO. Flaps should have been already on 5, but we got time here. Alright, coming to the runway threshold, coming close to a stop. Request takeoff clearance. Engine thrust again to 30. Because we have no traffic, so we can... Now I'm wondering what will be the QNH. 2997. Wind 302. So we got a little bit of wind coming from the left. Basically we can go like this. Alright, taxi lights off. Engine selector switches to continuous. We acknowledged our message. Center tank is enough, so we can leave center tank pumps on. If you're not sure about your QNH, or you got it dialed in wrong and you don't have any information, just press B and it will set to local QNH. I like to share some stuff here along the takeoff, departure, arrivals, videos. Stuff you perhaps didn't know yet. So this is a long runway here at Perth, so we can just line up and then go to 40s right away. Make like kind of a rolling takeoff. We don't come to a stop again. So more or less lined up here, almost. There we go. Yeah, this should do it. So 40, set. Spool up equally. We're waiting for a little bit of drop. Here we go. And toga set, takeoff. Takeoff or go around. And 1. There's 5. Yep. Got our mouse close to the hidden toga button right there. Just with that lining up. So you can notice already the wind there pushing us from the left, so that will be interesting. This kind of wind is new. Wind is new for me.
V1, rotate. E2.
Oh, this is... Must have had a climb, gear up. I've been flying with clear skies for a long time. This is like my first time now where I start introducing live weather. Still got the VNAV enabled here right away. This is something from the ILS, which just doesn't make sense for now. Tune Perth departure on, contact Perth departure. So we're gonna start bringing back our flaps here to flaps 1, which is basically our sleds. Well, manually trimming a little bit here. 907, still good. And the gears up, we can go to the off position. 210 is set. And there we go.